Blog Talk Radio. Live from the tasting room of ESB Brewing in scenic Tampa, Florida, it's the Cranial Emission Show. Join the Lords of Lunacy, Finn Charles, Miguel Hito, and the Reverend Joey T.
If you want to crown them, then crown their ass.
So kick back, listen in, or better yet, have a pint at ESB Brewing as they break down the latest news and games from across the globe.
Not a game.
Yes, Alan, I said games. They are kind of important, you know.
I know it's important. I do. I honestly do.
Why am I arguing with a retired basketball player during my intro?
Man, look, I hear you. It's funny to me, too.
To voice your opinion, call the show at 323-443-7236. Now let's get down and dirty with the triumvirate.
Ah, yes. After an 8-month hiatus, it is a pleasure to say, as Ben Charles, that I am proud that you, the listener, are back with us on the Cranial Mission Show, the show where our listeners, who we like to refer to as craniacs, are asked to question everything but consider anything. I'm joined by my good friends and co-hosts, Miguel Hito and the Reverend Joey T, and we are absolutely thrilled to be back behind the microphones again. Tonight, we celebrate the realization of 2 ambitious goals shared by mutual friends and colleagues. Our dream started 3 years ago, which was to create a radio show that we thought our peers would enjoy, a program designed around the conversations had at the bar with friends. Ironic, really, as starting from this day forward, we will actually be broadcasting from a bar on a weekly basis, a bar that came about as a result of the other dream I alluded to. Years ago, my old friend Bobby began brewing beer in his home with the dream to one day open his own brewery. Bobby and I would talk about how incredible it would be to merge our dreams together, and now we sit here from the tasting room of that brewery that was once just an ambitious vision. If you're a craft beer aficionado, I compel you to visit ESB Brewing ASAP. We got one hell of a program slated for you tonight, but before we dig in, we start the show the way we always have, and that's with the beer call. Joey?
Yeah, man.
What tasty concoction are you drinking today?
I'm drinking a one of the fine beers here being brewed by ESB Brewery. It's called a Ghost Ship Mild. You know, I like my taco sauce mild, and I guess I like my beers mild as well.
That's the bitter beer, right?
It doesn't taste too bitter. It's actually extremely tasty. I'm impressed with it. Loving it.
Moving around a little bit, got a little equipment issue. Now you're going with the Ghost Ship, but I'm actually going with the pecan nut brown, because if you're down south, you got to say pecan. You can't say pecan.
Pecan
right?
nut. Isn't that a little? Isn't that how
it goes in Georgia?
Redundant?
Like, pecan nut.
Well, what other kind of pecan is it?
My girlfriend, that's how she talks when she says nut. She says nut.
Nut. You're kind of nutty.
Now, Mikey, old Miguel over here, he just ran in. He was scrambling, trying to get the outdoor sound working. Apparently, we've got some glitch there, but it is the debut episode. We got to work out the kinks. But what are you drinking, Miggy?
I am drinking that beautiful chocolate cherry stout.
Chocolate cherry.
Very happy. It's not too heavy. It's beautiful. Good color. Yeah.
Is that your official endorsement?
Is that it? That's how
yeah, I'm not feeling too hot today.
It gets two and a yeah.
But ESB Brewing, what a locale. We're sitting here broadcasting
opening
live
day
from the tasting room. You can probably hear the ambient noise. Hopefully it's ambient noise, not overriding noise. I guess we'll find out when we listen to it later.
I guess so.
It sounds festive. I'm happy about it.
Yeah, it kind of brings a little more. It's not the old dungeon of the old goalie studio. We're actually out in a lit area. It's kind of nice, man.
It wasn't really a dungeon. It was more like a celebrity cell.
Okay, it was posh in there. We had some good times. You weren't in a dungeon. You had alcohol, for crying out loud, and other libations.
All right, first of all, who said you couldn't have fun in a dungeon, man? I'm not saying it was a bad dungeon.
Even in a dungeon, you can make some toilet wine, right? Am I right?
Absolutely, man. Make a little,
little toilet hooch.
All you need is a couple pieces of bread and some orange juice.
But just make sure you clean that toilet really good.
We're not in the dungeon anymore, guys. That's the thing. No more dungeon. We're now live every week, 7 to 9 for those listening, 7 to 9 p.m. every Friday, live from the tasting room here at ESB Brewing. By the way, if you want to call in, I'd be remiss not to mention the number. That's 323-443-7236. Be sure to like us on Facebook. Go to our Facebook page, find that, The Cranial Mission Show, like that page. And more things on the horizon, more developments. We've been slaving away in the studio, working on new bits. Got a great interview coming up in a little bit. We're going to be talking to Francis, one of the owners of ESB. He's going to break down the evolution of how this whole brewery came to be.
Yeah.
I could dig it.
Sounds good, man. It's a good story.
7 months to 8 months is how long we've been gone, guys. An 8-month hiatus. And it was sad, man. I missed you guys. It's been a while, and I know you guys have been on different exploits since we've been gone. And so I thought it would be apropos for us now. It is a different show, a little different direction. Cranial, back in the day, we had Jesus Julio, but he had some life changes, and he's not able to be here with us. Miguel Hito, you've always been a part of the show, but now you're an even more permanent member. Welcome to the Triumvirate. You're an official member of the Triumvirate.
It's like we've had an operation. I've been put on you guys.
Don't we have to beat him in or something, though? Isn't there one of these gang?
As long as we don't have to beat him off.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm not doing that. I'll pay that much right now.
I don't want to have to do any of that.
No, absolutely. So what you been up to? I haven't seen any of you guys. Miguel, what you been up to?
I've been making movies, dude. I just finished my first movie, Lazarus Go Home. Check it out on Facebook if you guys get a chance. It's a pretty good little flick we were in. Took us about 3 years to make the damn thing.
I got to be honest. When you said you were making movies, I got a little worried.
I know
how you go sometimes. So
you thought I was just playing the old man dingo party.
Yeah.
I was a little excited about it, actually, because his residence is right next to mine. So when he said he was going to be making some movies at his house, I thought I was going to get a good view, but nothing that good, actually.
Yeah, Ben, we're gonna do a movie called The Guy Next Door.
Whoa,
that's gonna
that doesn't sound like a movie I'd like to see.
That's not good.
Okay,
but I've been working hard, man. I got my own business that I've been working on. I'm a professional window cleaner.
His own business.
Yeah, I even clean the windows here at ESB Brewery, where we're broadcasting from tonight and every week from 7 to 9 on Fridays.
If you are listening, you can find ESB Brewing, by the way, in Brandon, Florida. That's in 333 Falkenberg. In Brandon, Florida. At the business park there, you go to the back. Just went online today.
It's right across the street from the jail.
It is.
Falkenberg. So if you get in trouble here, it's not a far go.
If you feel like drinking and driving, just go ahead and drive right to the jail. They will catch you.
Yeah, it's
hey, over the
convenient.
limit, under arrest is what they say.
That's what they say, dude. Over the limit?
Usually I'm over the limit. I'm under duress.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So 8 months, Joey. Reverend. I mean, you've had an exciting life, as we've talked about in the show in the past. For any of the older fans, it's nothing new in terms of your versatile background. What were you up to the last 8 months?
Well, you guys know I'm a reverend, and I've had a ministry here in Tampa for a while.
Praise Jesus.
And it's not, I'm not one of those, but I definitely have a good ministry. But I decided to expand this last 8 months, and seeing as we weren't doing the show, I decided to take a little walkabout. And I ended up out west. I'm not going to give the locale right off the bat because this wasn't for people. This was more of me taking my ministry to the animals. So I've always been good at talking to animals and kind of communicating with them.
Well, you claim that you are.
No, I am, and we've seen it. We've seen it when I talk to the monkey and when I talk to the horse. It's been pretty much documented.
Right, that was with that supposed translating software that I still don't buy. I think you were just hiding behind a laptop and BSing us. To be honest,
it sounded legit to me.
It was legit.
Then again, I had quite a few drinks.
So, yeah, I was out there, bringing it to the animals, and I had a good, nice, relaxing, decompressing time out in the woods. And, I get the call, the radio station starting back up. Boom, I'm here. You know how it goes?
Well, got to do what you got to do, man. I'm excited to hear about this animal deal.
Just lost connection there for a second. Did you turn off your microphone or what?
Yeah, sometimes I turn off my microphone because I get a bit rowdy over here.
You do?
Yeah.
I should be able to turn it off. Actually, we need just a dumb button on your mic alone.
So you're communicating now with the animals even more as a result of this walkabout, Joe. Might I understand that with all this time that you've spent on the road that, you can do some more translations for us? Is that are you jockeying now for more animal interviews? Is that what I'm hearing?
Well, I've gotten much better. I mean, 8 months in the woods, not seeing another human being, just looking for topaz and talking to animals.
Did you eat weird berries by chance?
I ate a lot of berries, yeah. There was a lot, I wasn't like survivalist. I did actually, bring a tent and some stuff with me. Mostly bean curd and a lot of whey.
A little hippie time right
there.
Yeah,
I'm just trying to be healthy, just trying to, that's what the animals eat, and I'm trying to be there with them.
Ed Kennedy's talked about one time about eating weird berries in the woods, and then it was crazy. It went all crazy after that.
Yeah, well, they're probably talking about
forest fires and all that, man.
Oh, yeah. I think I started a forest fire. No, I didn't.
In the woods.
I didn't.
Now I'm seeing colors. I'm getting higher. I think I'll start a forest fire.
No, I didn't start any forest fires, though. It was, like I said, a very good time. I left my cabin there. I left the door open so that the squirrels can live in it, and hopefully when I get back to keep it clean. I don't know. But it's been a beauty.
I don't recommend. I think it's a bad idea. I think you did. I think that's not a good idea.
No,
Leaving the door open.
guys, could I be totally honest with you about what I did for the last 8 months?
Yeah,
Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Since it's just between the three of us.
Well,
I
wait a
mean,
minute. If it's real bad, don't be too honest.
I mean, don't tell anybody.
All right.
I don't want you guys to tell anybody, but I thought Miguel was going to have a different kind of movie set up over there. I was really hoping for that because I've always dreamed of, fulfilling that position.
Being an X-rated star.
And
which position are we talking about?
I did. I wanted to fulfill that position as an X-rated star.
EVDA.
Different positions there within the field, of course. I'm ambitious.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it didn't come to be next to Miggy's house. So, I decided that I had to go seek that path on my own. So I walked off. I traveled around the country in seek of this ambition, this dream of mine. But you know what? All I found was an alternate dream that kept being proposed back to me. I think it may be the way that I look, but they kept telling me that I had to do the gay stuff, and I had to walk away.
Okay.
Did you grow a mustache?
I mean, don't tell anybody. It's just between the three of us.
Yeah, I don't think your girlfriend would like that at all. I mean, you didn't actually star in anything, right?
No. I mean, I refused, but for some reason they said that was the only thing they would cast me for.
You weren't like reading lines behind, casting couch type stuff.
There was no casting couch. There was no.
You weren't in the movie Just the Three of Us.
I swear I never heard the phrase "How bad do you want this job?" or anything like that.
Yeah. Well, good thing you have some money put away. That always gives you the option to get back out. So, I'm sorry that your dream didn't come true. I really am. But
you know what? My dream has come true, Joey, because now here we are. The show is back, back on the air every Friday night here, and from a brewery. I mean, can it get any better than to combine exceptional beer? And I don't just say this because they sponsor us. I say this because I mean it. I mean, their beer is phenomenal. To have that beer and radio paired together. Talk about beer pairings. That's a good beer pairing right there,
it's
guys.
It's like Radio, like Benifer. Ben and Jennifer. After.
Right. My girlfriend, right?
No, not you.
Beer.
I'm talking about celebrities.
All right. Well,
that's a way to sell me, a way to throw me under the bus there.
Well, I did not greyhound you, sir. I did not greyhound you.
So we've been remiss in, because listeners that remember our show remember that we used to Violet, who we still are friends with and talk to. She used to be our engineer.
Right.
And she no longer has the time to do it. I think she married somebody rich. That's what I'm looking at. I think she's going on.
And there was a real series of mishaps. Apparently, I don't know if you remember this. I certainly do. But she was talking with Bill Clinton for a while.
Yeah.
And then she was saying she got some kind of gig with him, and I've never heard from her since. So, I'm sad because she was a good friend. We had her in there every week. But we've inherited someone new.
Well, she Facebooks me, so I still do talk to her. But she's not really forthcoming with all the information.
But you know what? Sancho now is our producer. Sancho, who once was our janitor, now our producer. Quite a promotion. How do you feel about it, Sancho?
I like very much what we're doing here. Lots of beer for free to drink. I love it.
That's great. How you doing with that board? I know this is the first time you've worked it. Everything sounds pretty good so far.
I was engineer in Acapulco.
Engineer for what?
I thought you were in diving school in Acapulco.
Yes, I had a second job.
Okay, I got 2 jobs. I hear Acapulco's an expensive place to live.
You got to do what you got to do, okay?
Absolutely, man. So we enjoy having you here, man, and I hope everything goes smooth there.
Thank you very much. I after diving, I needed something to do. It's not good diving time. The seas are very rough in the coast where we dive.
Yeah, I was going to say, Florida's not really a great place for cliff diving.
Actually,
no
Acapulco, I dive in Acapulco.
I know.
Okay.
Well, I'm saying if you're here, you're probably not going to get a bunch of cliff diving. You might be able to dive off maybe some hotels or something.
I went to Indian Rocks Beach thinking there would be rocks, and there's no rocks.
Well, there's some rocks. They're just not high.
Yes, they're very low. I think the government put them there.
I think so, too.
Yes, it's not good.
No, it's absolutely not good.
Sancho, I'm excited to have you on board. You always were an industrious worker in studio. When we had the old studio, hey, man, you always kept it nice and tidy. let's face it, you had to corral a lot of stuff going on. You were more than the janitor. You were kind of like our Steve from Jerry Springer. If you think about all the times you had to corral people.
Yeah, you stopped more fights than that.
I got in fight with the Russian. What was the Russian guy's name?
Oh, Nikolai?
No, he's